Hi everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and if you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about some of the new releases, reissues, and represses that came out today on vinyl. Sorry about the birds chirping, that's a clock that's here in the store. It's the another disadvantage of filming in the store, extraneous noise. But anyway, I always start out with picks of the week. Have two picks for you this week. Down below is a list posted in pretty good alphabetical order. You will see some, probably not too many, but a couple of titles that we won't go and show today because they're still in the box. Those guys are working as hard as they can to get it out here so I can show you. But anyway, let's get to it. My pick for you this week is from the band called Tennis. It's called Pollen. It is on the Mutually Detrimental label, which is their own label. This is a husband and wife team that is Patrick Riley and Elena Moore. And now they formed Tennis in 2010, and in 2011 they had their debut album, Cape Dory, you might remember. Well, anyway, this is their sixth studio album. It's called Pollen, and this is an album that they wanted to specifically detail how the smallest things that happen in our lives have these big consequences, sort of things like a particle, a moment in time, a choice, and just in what a fragile state things are. And Elena writes the songs, the lyrics, and she was saying this is kind of her being very vulnerable and the way that she can be undone by a very small thing. Anyway, very good record, beautiful vocals from Elena, who, if you're familiar with Tennis, you will recognize that right away. She's got a very distinctive voice. There's an exclusive pollen colored vinyl one. That's kind of, as you would imagine, like a pale yellow, but the record store indie exclusive is on opaque green. Now, they look virtually the same, but on the sticker it will tell you whether it's the pollen colored vinyl or the indie exclusive, okay? And this also comes on CD for you, okay? Now my next pick, this may be kind of surprising to some of you just to even know they're still going. It's Yo Tengo has a new album out, and this is through Matador. Now it's been what, like 5 years since the last LP. First new LP in 5 years. Yeah, that's a while. But anyway, this is the thing that really staggered me, was this band is embarking on their 40th year. That's a long career, 40 years and still at it, still going. So anyway, this is a double LP, and it features a 10th track on the D side exclusive to the vinyl. Now you can also get this on CD if you prefer, but to get that extra track, you would get the vinyl, okay? So now the really other cool thing is that Matador was kind enough to send us these light up yo-yos. It just says Yo La Tengo, This Stupid World. That's the title of the album. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that before. This Stupid World. And it says that on the yo-yo. And I'm absolute crap at demonstrating these kind of things. So it's this clear color, and there's a little mechanism inside that when you drop the yo-yo, it shows like red flashing green, that kind of stuff. So I won't like butcher it for you here, but we only have a few of these, so it's first come first serve, and it's just a real cool little thing. So come on in and get your copy, and those yo-yos, they will go fast. So okay, so those are my picks. And let's get to it. We have stuff to get through, and we're going to move, you guys, as fast as I can. I'm just getting my stuff in order here. Gosh, what did I do? Okay, don't worry. I'm going to go fast, I promise. If I could just find the beginning of this. What in the hell did I do here? How did I just walk from one room into the other and get this so completely ballsed up? I do not know. I think this one will go here. Oh gosh, okay. Sorry, kids. All right. Now let's get moving here. Our first one that I want to show you is this is by the band called AJR, and this is called The Click. It's the deluxe version on double vinyl. This is through BMG Rights Management. So an AJR fan favorite, The Click, it's now available here as this limited edition deluxe package. So the 2 LPs said it includes singles Weak, The Good Part, Sober Up, and the acoustic version of Pretender, and more. And side D features an etching. Okay? Then we have, this is the academic. It's called Sitting Pretty. It includes Don't Take It Personally and My Very Best. Then we have Paul Anka. Yes, now this one is Classic Hits, and it's on the Curb label. This is a 10-track budget-priced collection that features some of Paul Anka's biggest 70s hits, including You're Having My Baby, One Man Woman, One Woman Man, My Best Friend's Wife, and My Way. This is on 180 gram, and it's the first time on vinyl. So yeah, we're just, we have across the board a very eclectic mix today. Okay, this one is Benny Sings, and this has got a bonus track on it that's called How Can I Move On, and it's on clear white vinyl. Then we have the Beths, and this is called Warm Blood. This one here, it's actually their debut LP that came out in 2016, and it is being, reissued, repressed, however you want to call that. They're a band from New Zealand. They were like 4 jazz students at school when they met, but anyway, this is more pop punk than jazz, and their debut EP. All right, then we have Blackbelt, Eagle Scout, The Land, the Water. Now this is on Saddle Creek, and this comes to you on Sky Blue Smoke vinyl. And what else is it there? It's the indie exclusive. It's a limited edition of 500. They're calling it Marble Blue Smoke vinyl here. But anyway, that's available for you now. Saddle Creek always puts out good stuff. Then we have Black Pink, and this is called Born Pink, and it's on pink vinyl, of course, as you may expect. Okay, it includes Pink Venom and Shut Down. This is Blushing, and this is called Tether Week. It's on pink vinyl. It's actually on K9 Records, and it's just the combined 2 EPs that they had. One was called Tether and one was called Week, but this is the first time on vinyl, and they're combined, the 2 EPs there for you, okay? And then we have Boron and Der Club of Gore. This is called Boron for Beginners. It's 3 LPs. Now this is a German band, and they're very dark instrumentals mostly here, but it's on the Heavenly label, and they're very, very popular German band, but interesting stuff. Next, this is through ATO, and this one is called The Bronx, and it's called Bronx 4. It's actually the 10th anniversary of this, so it's on clear vinyl for you. It's limited with some 2 bonus tracks on here. Okay, this one is Burial. It's called Streetlands. It's an EP, and I don't really know much about them, so I'm just letting you know that we have it if that's on your want list. Okay. Then we have a couple of cassettes for you. These are some Cannibal Corpse titles: Live Cannibalism and Torturing and Eviscerating Live. All right, so let's see this one. Let's see, live. I guess the live one is this one, and this one is, are they both live? I can't tell. Some of these metal bands, when they write in these crazy fonts where it's almost impossible to read. Live Cannibalism, I believe, is this one, and this one is Torturing and Eviscerating. It's also live. So yes, they are both 2 live cassettes. But they're here for you now if you want them. All right. Then we have Carm, and this is Carm II. And he's an innovative horn player, and had a lot of success with the first one. Let's see, it says innovative horn player and songwriter returns with his deeply collaborative Carm project. featuring friends such as Edie Brickell, Gabriella Smith. See if I recognize any of those other names. Well, anyway, I guess if you were a fan of Carm I, now there's Carm II for you, okay? And that's great. Okay, this is Civic. It's Taken by Force. And sorry about that glare. I'm trying to keep it out of there. This is also on ATO, and they're a Melbourne-based, it's called like they're saying 1984 versus Endless Summer. It's on red vinyl, and anything else interesting on here? Anyway, try them out. Melbourne Bands. We like Australian bands. All right, so this is Corpus Delecti, Twilight. They're a UK goth punk band, and this is on silver vinyl, and it kind of shows you right there on the label that that's a silver disc. This one is Count Aussie and Mystic Revelation. No, Count Aussie and Mystic. It's called Revelation of Tales of Mozambique. It's on purple vinyl. Sorry, whoops. Special limited edition purple vinyl plus a download. I think this is like from 1975. Anyway, fully remastered with the inclusion of 2 bonus rare single-only tracks. Count Aussie's Rastafarian rhythms meet Cedric Brooks's avant-garde expression of Sun Ra and John Coltrane. It's a classic, and it's on the purple vinyl for you. Now, these guys, we won't take up much time. We've already talked about this. I think, it, again, could have been colored vinyl last time. This time it's black vinyl. It's the Cribs. You've got the self-titled and the New Fellas. So both of those are available now. And I think this is what annoys me sometimes, where they throw it in the new release list. It's only changed color. It's kind of a drag. Okay, so this one next up is interesting. This is called Simand, and it is self-titled. Now, this is on the Partisan label, and they're a British funk group that was originally active in the early 1970s. The band name derives from a calypso word for dove, which also symbolizes peace and love. It's also the title of one of their best-known songs. The debut LP here is a mix of Afro, reggae, jazz, and funk. It's housed in this gatefold jacket. Then paper inner sleeve. It's remastered for vinyl at Abbey Road Studios, and it's pressed on translucent orange crush vinyl for the very first time. And it does tell you on the sticker, it says translucent orange crush vinyl. Okay, then we have, I hope I don't butcher her name too badly. This is a Polish artist called Deborah Kozher. It's called Dreamscapes. It's on Modern Recordings. Now, she's a cellist, born in Poland. Her work oscillates between classical and contemporary music. She's kind of a virtuoso cello, her technique, very, very advanced. But limitless imagination and expression. So Dreamscapes here is a journey through dreaming, a moment when we truly meet our subconscious mind. What can we experience there, and how does it impact our life? This album takes us to a space out of this world. And I think that is on just black vinyl. Okay. And then we already had this too for Rhino's Spark Your Ear Off Right, but now that one was, I think, on white vinyl. This is the black vinyl of Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. It's a double LP. It's got a previously unreleased alternative live version of Portobello Bell on here, and 180 gram double vinyl. Okay. It's just a collection of hits for them, basically. Okay, then we have, this is E1011. It's called Valley of Fire. And this is, they're a post-rock duo. The label here is Joyful Noise, I think. Yeah, and anyway, this is on bone-colored vinyl. And if you look real close, it does say bone up there on the sticker. But boy, you have to really look for it. This one is Oliver Hart, The Many Faces of Oliver Hart. It's 2 LPs. Now, this was originally released in 2002, and it says on the thing it was written and produced by Michael Ayeda Larson, a.k.a. Oliver Hart. All right, so it's the same guy. Anyway, he was a 20-year-old kid that just like did all kinds of experimenting with different sounds and everything. This is a very successful album, and sadly, he is not with us anymore. But you can. This is the reissue. It features the songs "Weird Side," "Step by Step," and "Here for You," and includes the double vinyl in a gatefold jacket. So it's the many faces of Oliver Hart, or how I own. How do you pronounce that? How I won the right to think. Okay. Next, this is Homeshake. This is called Fresh Air. It's the 5-year anniversary of this, and there's a poster insert and 2 stickers. It's limited to 5,000. It's Peter Cigar, who was the guitarist for Mac DeMarco for a while, and he's had Homeshake going for a bit. Anyway, this is the 5-year anniversary of this Fresh Air LP, and it's on blue and clear splatter. Stuff is wanting to tip over, and I don't want it to. Hang on. Okay, come on, guys. Stand up. All right, this is Roy Haynes, and it's called We Three, and this is on Sewing Records label. Now, this is an album by American jazz drummer Roy Haynes with pianist Phineas Newborn and bassist Paul Chambers. It was recorded in a single session in 1958, released on the New Jazz label in May of 1959. It really is a set that's kind of dominated by Newborn, the pianist. His busy two-handed technique here works in tandem. It balances with Haynes' cool, refined drumming. And Newborn was all about amazing and dazzling piano runs, and on that some dates he created simply too much flash, but he doesn't have the same kind of clutter on this. They really flow and breathe together really properly, really beautifully, and Haynes has always been about grace and flow throughout his career. So if a drummer style can, be called elegant, Roy Haynes is the guy that it was. It just fits the bill here. He rubs off on Newborn, who exercises just enough restraint to keep him like in the proper orbit with this trio. It results in a very fine album, and it is on limited clear colored vinyl. All right. Then we have the first Whitney Houston album. It's a self-titled one. Okay, this is on Legacy Recordings. It's the debut album that launched her singing career. This is the voice behind thousands of sold-out shows worldwide. 13 times platinum album that reached diamond certification. So you fans will recognize the songs Saving All My Love, How Will I Know, and Greatest Love of All. It also earned the singer the accolades of first debut album and first solo female artist album to generate 3 number-1 singles in 1986. This album dominated the charts at number 1 for 14 non-consecutive weeks. It sold 22 million records worldwide and went on to make her the first female artist to earn Billboard's #1 album of the year. It's also a Grammy Award-nominated album and a Grammy winner for Best Pop Vocal Performance for Saving All My Love. And special edition features new photos and fan testimonials. So that's available now. And I think that the other one called Whitney is out today too, but I haven't seen it, but I think they're both reissued, re-released today. Okay, this is called In Flames. And it's called Foregone. This is the 14th studio album from the Swedish heavy metal band In Flames. And, they're just on the festival circuit. They, they tour with all the big names, and they headline as well many times. So this is a strictly limited edition. It's on Nuclear Blast. It's limited to 2,000 copies, and that's here for you now. Okay, this is Kaleila. It's called Raven, and this is the second LP. It's 15 tracks of continuous play, and it's just R&B soul kind of stuff. I guess with her debut record, it really kind of earned her a place in the R&B soul community. But anyway, this one, it's kind of interesting. There's not actually broken up songs. It's technically 15 tracks, but they all flow together. So we got that. Then we have Knuckle Puck. This is retrospective. Now, this is 2 LPs, and it combines early releases of theirs from 2012 to 2014, including their first 3 EPs. And it's hard to see that, I know. It is on clear peach and green vinyl. And let's see. I guess the quantity is 1,200 of these around, but that variant is the ultra clear with peach and green splatter. And it will tell you that right there. All right, this is, I hope I can say his name properly, Laraji. It's Segue to Infinity. It's 4 LPs and a book and colored 4 LPs. And it's kind of like new age stuff. But anyway, a lot of people cite this as being, very influential, his stuff. Let's see, it combines, no. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the names that were kind of impressive of people that he had influenced. Anyway, there's a big, long essay in here by Living Colors, Vernon Reed, chronicles the origins of Edward Flash Gordon. It's illustrated with dozens of previously unpublished photographs that capture this beautiful and exclusive young artist. So, anyway, it's the all-pervading, colorific Wow edition. So I don't know what color the vinyl is. It's all housed here, but in these 4 LPs. But there it is. You can get that now. Let me adjust this a moment, okay? I don't want anybody to get silly here. Okay, there we go. All right, this is Muni Long, and it's called Public Displays of Affection. Sorry about that. It's the 2 LPs, and this is also R&B. Public Displays of Affection featuring 2-time platinum #1 single, Hers and Hers and Time Machine. So there you go, a little more R&B for us. All right, this one is Lyle Lovett. It's called Joshua Judge's Ruth. It's a reissue. It's on Curb. And this was first released in 1992. While the album doesn't have one theme, it all doesn't have a theme that binds all the songs together. But several tracks deal with high concepts. There's one that's called Church that is like kind of about religion. And then there's a couple that deal with death. One's called Family Reserve and Since the Last Time. So the album's title is a pun. Made up from the names of 3 books that appear sequentially in the Old Testament Bible, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth. So, there you go. Next one up is Maluma. We've talked about Maluma before. He's that Colombian kind of Rica Suave kind of guy. He works with a lot of successful female artists, but, I think he was supposedly just in a movie with Jennifer Lopez that came out. Well, anyway, he's still trying to break the American market. But anyway, this is a reissue. It's on Sony US Latin. It's called The Love and Sex Tape. And he's showcasing a darker and naughtier side on this album. It's in an 8-track set. The Colombian star stays true to his urbano essence, singing about love, lust and heartbreak, but he does so with slightly more raunchy lyrics than, some of the previous LPs. So for Maluma, the About Face is simply going back to the style that inspired him from the very beginning. After all, he is the self-described pretty boy, dirty boy. This is on 180-gram vinyl, has a gatefold jacket. This one is more easy listening. This is Al Martino, Greatest Hits, and this is also on the Curb label. This collection includes some of his biggest hits in the 1960s, such as I Love You Because, I Love You More Every Day, and Spanish Eyes, as well as the comeback hit that he had in 1972, Speak Softly Love, that was from The Godfather. So you can get that on there now. Okay. This one here is Brad, I hope I can say his name properly, Brad Mehldau. Your mother should know. Brad Mehldau plays the Beatles, and this is on the None Such label. The live studio album features the pianist and composer's interpretations of 9 songs by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and one by George Harrison. And so, although other Beatles songs have long been staples of Meldau's solo and trio shows, he had not previously recorded any of the tunes on Your Mother Should Know. So the album ends with a David Bowie classic that draws connection between the Beatles and pop songwriters who followed. Your Mother Should Know was recorded in September of 2020 at the Philharmonie de Paris. So anyway, he does Bowie's Life on Mars is the Bowie track on there. All right, these are a couple of reissues here. This is Mogwai, Come On Die Young, and this is the classic 1999 album. It's reissued here for you on double white vinyl. And another Mogwai, this one is called Young Team. It's the 1997 debut album, and it was remastered on double sky blue vinyl, and that's here for you now. And I think maybe these come on CD too. We're going to have to see when everything's open and out. But for now, you know the vinyl's here. This one here is Narrowhead. It's called Moments of Clarity, and this is on the Run for Cover label. These are pop songs. They kind of it transcends like pure cynicism, but it deals with heavy stuff. This is black vinyl, and yeah, there you go. Next we have Odessa, Summer's Gone, and this is Color in Color, which is actually like clear vinyl with an orange blob in the middle. Yeah, I can't say that I know much about this. It's just even looking for the label. Anyway, I'm not sure, you guys. I'm sorry, but I don't know. All right, here we go. Pale Blue Eyes, Souvenirs. And this is, let me see, this one, I'm trying to find again. This is on Full-Time Hobby. They've actually given us a lot of good titles in the past. This is on recycled vinyl, and you know sometimes when motor oil gets wet and it kind of has that sort of rainbowish cast, that is what this recycled vinyl looks like. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, there we go. All right, next up, this is okay. Paramore has a new album out, and it's called This Is Why, and it's on Atlantic, and gosh, okay, so this is their 6th studio album. Also, it's they're an American rock band. It's the band's first album in nearly 6 years. After Laughter, as well as their first album to feature the same lineup as its predecessor. So entering back into the world of cultural landscape, very different from the one they last participated in. Paramore have returned with a song about exactly that. This Is Why is a very infectious Paramore earworm for post-truth world. Of the song, Williams says, "This Is Why was the last song we wrote for the album, and I was so tired of writing lyrics, but Taylor convinced Zach and I both that we should work on this last idea." So that last song ended up being the title track. And let me see, it says black vinyl for this one, and this was exclusive clear vinyl. So you just have to look at the label. They virtually look the same. And you can get this one also on cassette, and it's a white one, and CD, okay? But yeah, Paramore, they've been out of the game for a while, but back now. Okay. Next up is Perla, and Perla is an indie pop Brooklyn singer-songwriter. She is kind of, her lyrics are eccentric. They're like fantasy creatures and stuff like that. And this record is actually called Oh Glistening Onion, The Nighttime Is Coming. So this is also available on a CD, and I don't have one to hand to show you, but Perla, she's here. Okay, now we have Pierce the Veil. This is Misadventures, and this is through Fearless Records, and it's alternative rock. They've had a lot of success, but there's talk that maybe like this is going to be their biggest yet. It's a limited edition indie retail exclusive on Dreamsicle vinyl that you can see. It's that kind of orange Dreamsicle color, but all right. And this one is also Pierce the Veil. This one is, no, that one was Jaws of Life. I'm sorry, I called that one Misadventures, and I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. That one, yeah, Jaws of Life. This one is Misadventures, and this one is on red and silver splatter vinyl. And that one, does it say when this one came out? It doesn't. It's the indie retail exclusive. It does show you what the vinyl looks like there. Okay, then this is great. This is a new Post Malone. This is called 12 Karat Toothache, and it's his 4th studio album. And this one, it's very intimate and personal. And you know, it speaks to, like, you know, you have up days and down days, and like he's writing from his own experience and how, you know, fame may look like you have everything, but, you know, you also have very, you know, things that affect you the same as everybody else in a big way. So this is on, okay, this one is on lemon yellow, and it does say that at the very bottom of the sticker. Opaque lemon yellow, but the notes here say that the other one is on black red, but I don't see that listed anywhere on the sticker. It doesn't have anything about that, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to really sign off on that. I know about the lemon yellow one. This, I don't know. It's on Mercury. Maybe there's a way to Google that. If you're, you know, bent on getting it in red and black, we'll have to figure that out. Now we have Rolling Stones. This is called Grr Live. It's 3 LPs. And so their golden anniversary, they went like on a 30 show run over like a bunch of different countries. And anyway, along the way, they had guest spots that were people like Black Keys, Lady Gaga, Gary Clark Jr., John Mayer, Bruce Springsteen, and Mick Taylor. So the legendary 2012 concert from New Jersey is this one, and it's on 180 gram vinyl. So it looks like this one has John Mayer and Gary Clark Jr. on I'm Going Down, and let's see, the Black Keys on Who Do You Love, Lady Gaga on Gimme Shelter, Mick Taylor on Midnight Rambler, Tumble and Dice with Bruce Springsteen. So there you go. Another, you know, can't go wrong with the Stones. It's like, come on, they're iconic. All right, this is Running Wild, and it's called Port Royal. Now, this is on Noise Records BMG. It's the 4th album by this German heavy metal band. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so it expanded on the pirate theme that they introduced in their album that was before this called Under Jolly Roger, and it established them as pirate metal and in the metal community. So the album takes its name from the location of Calico Jack's death. Whereas the sound of Under Jolly Roger was rather raw and edgy, the mix for Port Royal here is much fuller with more emphasis on the bass tones. It's remastered on orange vinyl, and I believe that this drawing, painting, whatever on the cover is like the band members, but in pirate gear. So that one is a reissue. Okay, then we have this is the 7-inch here of Say She She, and it's called Trouble, and backed with In My Head, and it's like, you know, disco soul. So that's here if you need that one. And Andy Schaaf, Norm. There's an eco mix and a gatefold on this. Now, he's a gifted songwriter, more than that, a very gifted storyteller, according to NPR. This one is limited edition colored vinyl. Now, I am not sure what color. And see, one of these must be the eco mix. I don't know. Gosh, they just are not clear with these things. I think if you come in the store and they hit the barcode, they can figure out what's what. But anyway, if you don't know Andy Schaaf, it's just kind of like indie alternative stuff. Now, this is a reissue of Sleep. And This is a reissue of Dope Smoker. Now it's a double LP here on Third Man Records. It was recorded in 1996 and not released in slightly different edit mix until 1999 under the title Jerusalem. The legend and lore behind Dope Smoker would overshadow an LP of any lesser significance, but the 63-minute magnum opus dedicated exclusively to the sacrament of marijuana is not just the pinnacle of the goofy named stoner metal genre. Some would say it's arguably one of the most important and influential albums of all time. Okay, depends on who you are. This is on double vinyl or CD. All right? Then we have Terry Genderbender. We have two 10 inches. We have Saturn Sex, and this one is State of Fear. Now, this is from Mexican garage rock band Les Boucherettes, if you know them. This is the solo album from their singer there. And oh gosh, I just wish her name. They're calling her Terry Genderbender, but I think she has her real name on Les Boucherettes notes, but I can't remember what it is. I'm sorry. Okay. But anyway, it's like real wild and freaky. It's kind of very reminiscent of Bjork, what she's doing now, the stuff that she's offering. Okay, then we have the next thing is a Toe album, and we've talked about Toe before. They're a Japanese band, but they borrow from all kinds of genres like math rock, jazz, pop, and R&B. But their stuff is mostly instrumental, and they're kind of known for having this very clean guitar sound where they pair off with electric and acoustic, to sort of like that call and response kind of sound. But anyway, there you go. This is 3 reissues of Tricky albums, okay? This one is Adrian Thaw's, and I don't know what years these all came out, you guys. I'm not sure. Anyway, this Adrian Thaw's is on orange vinyl, and it is 2 LPs. All right, then we have False Idols. And this one is on white. It's also a double. And then this one is Ununiform, and it is on red vinyl. And that one is just a single LP. And again, they're not telling you what colors these are. So red, white, and orange. Okay. Can't catch a break with that stuff, can we? Okay. All right, next we have where'd it go? Trust Fund Ozu. And this is it's called Tribute Summon. It just says colored vinyl. Featuring Peppermint, Poison Ivy, and Succubus. Blood Out the Goblet edition. Okay, this is red and gold split LP with red splatter. And it's on the Needle Juice label. Okay, so the record doesn't look like this. It's red and gold split with red splatter. All right. Now we've got reissues of Tubeway Army. Okay, this is Gary Newman, of course, the 1978 self-titled debut album from Gary Newman's Tubeway Army. Beggar's Archive, Beggar's Banquet. You can get this on black vinyl, and the colored vinyl is probably blue, marbled blue, it says. Okay, so just again on this one, yay, look at the stickers, and that will give you the clue. All right, this is Uniform in the Body. Everything that dies someday comes. This is through Sacred Bones. It's on silver vinyl, and it's a collaboration between Uniform and the Body. It's the anniversary edition of the second collaborative album by industrial noise icons Uniform and the Body. 9 tracks of ear-bleeding and groove-laden fury that bring to mind equal parts No Trend, Merzbow, and New Order. Okay, we like Sacred Bones. They have very creative artists on that label. This is a various artists. It's called I Killed the Monster. It's an 11-track compilation written by David Johnson. But there's people on here that covering his songs that are, it's really cool. There's like Jad Fair is on here, and Sufjan Stevens and Mike Watt. And you can get this on vinyl or cassette. Okay. I'm just seeing if there's anything else real. Jad Fair is actually with Kramer, who was at Shimmy Disc, and put a lot of the stuff together. So, and Kramer's got a tune on here too. Anyway, if you are familiar with the Shimmy Disc label, this is it's kind of a real treat to get that all together. Let me see if the sticker gives us anything. It's a limited edition of 1,000 on green monster vinyl. See, I didn't know that part. Featuring Sufjan Stevens and Denelson. First time ever on vinyl. Okay. The rest of it, we already been through that. Okay, so then next up, I only have the CD to show you right now, but this does come on vinyl too. And it's Steven Wilson. And this is through, it's called Hand Cannot Erase. This is Snapper Music Limited. The 4-time Grammy nominee instrumentalist, multi-instrumentalist, producer, and founding member of Porcupine Tree. He released his critically acclaimed 4th solo album, Hand Cannot Erase, in 2015. That's what it looks like, okay? The album was written from a female perspective, and the concept and story are inspired by the case of Joyce Carol Vinson. Now, this is so interesting to me. There's a woman living in a large city. She dies in her apartment, and no one misses her for over 3 years. And despite her having family and friends, the basic story or concept of the record, it's about a woman growing up who goes on to live in the city, very isolated, and she disappears one day and no one noticed. So I got to look that up, Joyce Carol Vincent, and I got to Google that and just read her story because that is so crazy to me. So Steven Wilson says that there's more to it than that. Now, what's really interesting about this story is that your initial reaction when you hear a story like that is, oh, it must have been an old bag lady, little old bag lady, but no one notices, no one cares about. But she wasn't like that. She was young, she was popular, she was attractive, she had many friends, and she had family, but for whatever reason, nobody missed her for 3 years. That's wild. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna Google that because what a story. Okay, then we have Young Devon. It's called Baby Goat. This is another one that I don't have any information about, so I guess you would just have to know Young Devon, Baby Goat. Maybe it's Baby Goat 2 because of the slashes there. I'm not sure. Really don't know. All right, this is Younger Brother, Vaccine. And this is the 4th album, originally released in 2014. First time on vinyl, remastered 180 gram. It's kind of a very unclassifiable genre, but there's guests from bands like Spangle, Left Field, Disco Biscuits, Hallucinogen, and let me see that one. I'm trying to remember. Then we have the second version of that, which is the Younger Brother Vaccine Electronic. So this one was remastered, and this is just the same title. It came out later. It's very lush, weaving soundscapes, warm melodies, soft vocals. It's a very peculiar set, but different songs too. Well, wait, no, in different order. Okay, they're along. This is electronic mixes of this, but in a different order than this. Okay, so there you have that, and that is Younger Brother. Okay, guys. That pretty much wraps it up. That's what I have to hand to show you. There's going to be the list posted down below with the prices, and everybody have a great weekend. I hope there's something here that piqued your interest, and as always, there's a ton of stuff that comes out every week, and we just go through a little of it so you can get a taste for it, okay? If you're in town and you're local and you're coming in, we are open every day of the week from 10 till 4, so come on in and get yourself one of those Yola Tango light up yo-yos. It's cool. So I'll see you next time and enjoy.